I was born in a super rich family who owned a chain of restaurants. We pretty much had everything you could imagine, except peace. My dad was a bad-tempered man who threw tantrums over the smallest things. Mom was soft-hearted and hardly ever spoke back. But my biggest problem was my bratty sister, Ariel, who was 2 years younger than me and 10 times worse than my dad. Once when I was 8, my parents took us to a wedding, and I was playing with my cousins when I spotted Ariel being mean to a little boy whose family was poor. She snatched his lollipop, and he started crying.
You can't eat that because you're ugly.
Ariel, give it back now!
No!
Just then, the boy's mom came and started shouting at Ariel, who went screaming to Dad and complained to him. And of course, he defended her. How dare you yell at my daughter? She's saying the lollipop is hers, and she would never steal from anyone. But Dad, I was right here. I saw her. Ian, this is your sister, and you should be on her side, not this poor boy's. Dad and Ariel were like two peas in a pod, and it was no wonder that he loved her more than me, and she always found a way to get me into trouble. Like in the 5th grade, when Ariel joined my school, my parents asked me to look out for her on her first day, and I did exactly that. But as we were waiting for our car to pick us up, I suddenly turned around and saw she was gone. I looked for her everywhere in the school, but I couldn't find her. Feeling panicked, I had a school teacher call my parents, and soon after they arrived, Ariel came running from somewhere and flew into my dad's arms.
Mommy, Daddy! Ian locked me in the storeroom. I was so scared.
I was stunned at how wicked she was. What? No, I didn't. Stop lying, Ariel! She cried even louder, and Dad started yelling at me, but thankfully, Mom took my side.
Calm down, Steve. Maybe he's telling the truth.
Ariel is only 7 years old. I don't think she knows how to lie yet. It's him. I was grounded for a whole month because of the stunt my sister pulled. She grew up to be the same wicked witch, and I became quiet and withdrawn from my family. I focused on doing well at school, and since I loved computers, I spent a lot of time teaching myself about them. I always thought I was a nerd, so I was surprised when I started getting attention from girls in the 10th grade. Even Ariel's friends were always staring at me and giggling, which was kinda creepy. One evening when I was studying for a big test, Ariel had some friends over, and they were playing music so loudly that I could hardly focus. I decided to go for a run, but just as I was changing my shirt, a girl flung open the door and stood staring at me.
Oops, I thought this was the bathroom.
You've been to our house before, and wouldn't you still knock?
You're so funny.
She giggled for no reason, and then Ariel came up behind her grinning.
Where are you off to?
Running away, because you girls are so noisy.
We'll be quiet, only if you agree to date my friend here.
What? I'm not doing that. I'm sure she's just like you. I ran away from there as fast as I could, but when I returned, I found Ariel crying in my room. Such a drama queen. Why can't you cry in your own room?
My best friend has been so depressed since her parents got divorced, and she's always crying and sniffling, and it's so annoying. Ugh, her puffy eyes are so ugly. I can't be seen with her, so please date her and cheer her up, just once.
I reluctantly agreed, just so they both leave me alone after that. So the next day after school, I said I'd meet her friend at a nearby milkshake shop, and when I got there, Ariel was also with her. Weirdest date ever. We ordered our drinks, and then this girl who was in my history class, called Elsa, came with our milkshakes. Ariel took one sip of her drink and spat it out.
Ew, I said bubblegum milkshake, not strawberry. You must be extra stupid for getting it wrong.
And then she threw the glass on the floor and told Elsa to clean it up. Have you lost your mind? You can't treat people like this.
Dad is so right about you. Being a softie will get you nowhere, brother. And you, stupid girl, don't just stand there. Get me a new milkshake.
You're pathetic. I ran after Elsa to check if she was okay, and I found her crying in the back alley. I'm so sorry about my sister. She's a real piece of work.
Yeah, it's not the first time she's done this.
But you shouldn't allow her to bully you like this.
I have no choice. My boss says customers come first, and I can't afford to lose this job. It pays my school fees.
I didn't know much about Elsa, because she always hid her face behind her long hair and never spoke in class. And because of what my sister did, I offered to buy her lunch at school. When I sat with her in the cafeteria the next day, the entire school had their eyes on us, because this was the first time I was seen with some girl. While we talked, she kept looking down, and suddenly I lifted her chin up gently and pushed her hair behind her ears. I was amazed at how beautiful she was. Wow, you're lovely. You shouldn't hide your face like that.
Thank you. You're the first person here who's been this nice to me. But I think people are looking at you, wondering why some rich and handsome guy like you is sitting with a waitress.
I couldn't care less about what they're thinking, but they're probably all looking at you. I started hanging out with her every day and found myself falling for her fast. I like how Elsa was gentle and soft-spoken, but she also had a fun, quirky side that was adorable. But one evening when I got home, Dad was waiting for me in the living room with Ariel by his side. "Your sister tells me you're dating some poor girl. Is this true?" Ariel is crazy. How do you judge a person without even knowing where they're from?
Because she's a waitress, stupid.
You're stupid because you keep poking your nose in my business. Just then, Mom walked in after some errands, and Dad told her to make him tea. Mom just walked into the house and you're already giving her orders?
It's okay, Ian. I don't mind.
No, Mom, it's not okay. These two are always bullying us around. And now they're telling me who I can and can't date?
That's because this girl he likes is a gold digger.
I'm not letting you embarrass us by being with some beggar. What will people think? That sounds like your problem, because I don't care. And guess what? She's coming over for dinner this weekend, and you will be nice to her. If you don't agree, Dad, I will drop out of school and move out. And you can find another son to help you with the business. Dad knew that I was smarter than his precious daughter, and he needed me to take over his business one day. So he had no choice but to give in. The next day when I invited Elsa over, she looked gorgeous and really nervous.
I'm so scared to meet your parents.
Don't worry, you'll be just fine. They'll love you. Mom did seem to, but Dad and Ariel glared at her. So, Ella, is it?
Elsa, sir.
What do your parents do?
I don't have parents. I live with my grandmother and I take care of her. So basically, you're poor.
Ariel, that's very rude. I kicked my sister under the table, and she cried out angrily and stormed out of the room. Sometime later, Elsa excused herself to go to the bathroom, and Mom told her it was upstairs. She was gone for a while, so I decided to check on her, and I stopped short when I found her in my parents' room, opening Mom's jewelry box. Elsa, what are you doing here?
Ian, you startled me. And, oh, this isn't what it looks like. I promise. Your sister came out of your parents' bedroom, shoved this diamond ring in my hand, and told me to leave. She ran off before I could say anything, so I just came here to put it back. I don't know what's going on. Liar!
We turned around to see Ariel in the doorway.
She's lying. I never gave her the ring. Mom! Dad! We have a thief in the house!
Shut up, Ariel! But the two had already come up running, and Elsa looked scared out of her wits.
Check her bag. I'm telling you, she's a thief.
Ariel suddenly snatched Elsa's bag, and as it fell to the ground, a lot of Mom's jewelry fell out. I didn't know what to think. Get out of our house before we call the police. Elsa ran out crying, and I was too shocked to even run after her. If she needed money so badly, she could have asked me for help. There had to be some reason she felt she had to steal, but I never saw her again. She just didn't come to school after that. And when I asked the school admin, they told me she transferred to another school. Ariel and her friend were over the moon.
My friend is still available if you want to date her.
No, thank you. And you should focus on school. Your math teacher spoke to me today and told me you're failing badly.
Oh, I'm the most beautiful girl in this school. And I don't think I'm going to use math in my modeling career.
Ariel did fail high school, and for the first time, Dad was so disappointed in her. She couldn't get a job anywhere, not even as a model. So she ended up working as a waitress in one of Dad's restaurants, where I was the manager. I had so much fun bossing her around. Ariel, the customers are waiting.
Well, do something about it.
I'm the manager. Go see to the customers now.
Daddy, Ian's being mean to me.
He's just doing his job, so please do yours. I'm already doing you a favor because you're not a very good waitress. Ariel looked ready to explode, and suddenly, she threw her tray at the wall.
Oh, so Ian's your favorite child now? Dad, how about we tell him about the time you plotted with me to get rid of his girlfriend, Elsa?
Wait, what?
Oh, yeah. Dad asked me to slip Mom's jewelry into Elsa's bag. Duh. And he also found out where she lived and gave her grandmother money to take Elsa to another school.
I couldn't believe my ears. I looked at Dad for answers, but he didn't show an ounce of guilt. Yeah, so? I only did it for you, Ian. There are plenty of girls out there, and I didn't want you to be trapped by a poor one. I quit my job that very moment, and before I moved out of the house, Mom gave me a check for a huge amount of money. Ian, I've been saving up money secretly for years, and I want you to have this. Use it wisely, son. Mom, thank you so much. And you're coming with me. Sweetheart, I have more money saved. And now that you kids are old enough, I'm leaving your father and moving to Bali. It's time I lived my life. I'm so happy for you, Mom. I used the money to start my own IT company, which became very successful over the years. The only thing missing in my life was love. Then one day at the grocery store, I was standing in line at the counter when I spotted a black-haired girl ahead of me. It was Elsa. Cashier was telling her that her card wasn't working, and she looked really bothered. How much is it? I'll pay. Elsa turned around and stared at me in shock, and then she looked mad. No need. I'll come and buy these things later. She left her grocery cart and walked off quickly, and I followed. Elsa, please wait. Go away, Ian. I don't need your help. I'm not poor now, by the way. Something just went wrong with my card.
I know what my family did.
I know, and I'm so sorry. Look, you don't have to forgive me or have anything to do with me. I'd just like to help you out right now. Let me pay, please. She calmed down a bit, and we went back inside to clear her bill. Then she briefly thanked me and left. But I just couldn't stop thinking about her for days. A week later, I was watching TV at home when I heard the doorbell, and I was shocked to find Elsa standing there. Elsa, you're the last person I was expecting.
I felt I owed you dinner as a thank you for the other day, and I just wanted to say that I forgive you. Everyone deserves a second chance, right? So here, I'm giving you one.
Her smile made my heart skip a beat, and I gently pushed her hair away from her face. You're still the most beautiful girl I've ever met.